Guys, Frack the Smuggler here. I've done this video a fair few times and I haven't actually been happy with the outcome. So this is my hopefully this is the one that gets through. But basically this is a team. Oh no, I don't think it's a team game. I think it's just a captain's mode game, 5-stack. And this guy is a Dota 5 member and he's just asked me to look at it and give him some feedback on the draft and on gameplay and stuff. So I'm going to do two videos, one on the draft, one on the gameplay. Hopefully they won't be incredibly long. Draft shouldn't be, I don't think. Not promising anything, but I don't think this is a high level game. Just watching the game, it's not very high level. A lot of very small mistakes and large ones that were made. So mostly I'm just going to focus on the more basic elements of the drafting and the more basic elements of the gameplay. So hopefully it helps out Masaaki. I think that's how you pronounce it. Masaaki. I can't exactly tell. But I'll get into it right now and I'll explain some of the stuff that I feel you did right and I feel you did wrong. I'll also give a little bit of a rundown at the end about which draft would win if, you know, say a pro team were playing it. Hopefully it won't take too long. First couple I made went a little bit over time. Okay, so you're drafting here.
Team,
I'll go to 2%. So Bloodseeker is a pretty decent first ban, very strong in current meta. Silencer, I'll pause that there. Not even 30 seconds into the drafting stage and I'm already pausing. Okay, Silencer ban, look, it's not the best. If you need to ban Silencer for your draft to work, you want to ban it second phase. Because banning Silencer first phase automatically lets them know you're going for something that is reliant heavily upon the skills that it can bring, or you're going for something that some kind of lineup that is quite reliant upon initiation and can't really deal with counter initiation. So like follow up stuff. So like someone blinking in and then Storm Spirit coming in afterwards, or something like that. So Silencer as a first phase ban is a very bad thing to do unless it completely counters your draft in every single possible way, which nowadays it really doesn't. He's strong, but I mean you can pick up so many other heroes that have a silence that are worth it. So that wasn't the best ban in my opinion. They had horrible bans as well, so you're not, you know, like physical damage DPS. Like straight away, I would have been banning a Husker or something along those lines. Okay, so first picking Dazzle is fine, right? In current meta, right now. Back when you did this, which was I think a fair time ago. I think this was 6.83. In 6.83, first picking Dazzle is incredibly bad. In current meta, that is fine because Axe is useless in current meta. I don't think he's even been picked once in TI5 at the moment. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think he's been picked in TI5. Oh no, he did. He was in the EG game where they had a Broodmother. He was picked against the Broodmother. So yes, but he's just not strong. It's not 6.83 anymore. He's just not strong. Back here, he is strong. 6.84. He's not strong. 6.83. He is. So first picking Dazzle without getting rid of an Axe is just begging you to be for making Shallow Grave basically useless. They take a bit of time, like their first ban's physical DPS, so you need to look at that and go, okay, they're going for something that is very weak towards physical DPS. So something like Huskar would be incredibly easy ban. If I see someone reversing
10
ban
seconds
a
remaining.
PA, I will even
5
think,
seconds remaining.
hey,
Doctor.
maybe want to
Radiant
get rid
team
of the
pick.
Huskar.
Radiant team
Um,
ban.
the Tidehunter, the Witch Doctor. Straight away, those are some massive team fight ultimates. Tidehunter offlane is very, very strong against a Dazzle because of the poison touch if it's leveled up at all. And if you get a weave off in there and stuff, because poison touch will usually be used to initiate a fight. So any of the damage that comes out after poison touch, if he's got at least 2 levels in his passive, will be purged off quite quickly. So he can run away. So you really want to poison touch after you initiate on Tidehunter in the offlane. In this game, I don't even think he was offlane. The guys you're versing just went an utterly retarded draft. I have no idea what they were going for. They went dual lanes with Tidehunter support, which is hands down some of the stupidest shit I've seen. But Slardar itself is a very, very nice pick. It has nice synergy with Dazzle's Weave. It's just strong as well. Like you can put him pos one with Dazzle, and you can do some, like for example, poison touch into stun and stuff. But if the Tidehunter was offlane, you couldn't really do the poison touch into stun. I would prefer doing, say, stun into right click, into right click, into right click until you're over the threshold, then poison touch to keep the effect on him. Just some of the things you have to think about. Now we're going into second phase or second banning phase.
10 seconds remaining.
And you still have a chance to.
5 seconds remaining.
Excuse me, you still have a
Reserve
chance to
time.
ban the axe here. This is 6.83, remember, not 6.84, so
Dire team ban.
it would be a good idea to get rid of the axe, especially against a Slardar. Like, go Witch Doctor axe, and Slardar's just not going to
10
have any
seconds
farm. In fact,
remaining.
he's probably going to get killed.
5 seconds remaining.
Zeus
Reserve time.
just
Radiant
is a bit of a
team
weird
ban.
ban. You don't have anything at the
Dire
moment
team
that
ban.
like is going to be a problem. Zeus is more so for the global
10
support,
seconds
so
remaining.
like Spirit Breaker,
5 seconds
Bounty
remaining.
Hunter, Storm Spirit, stuff like that that can
Reserve time.
aid in a quick kill on a core. For example, Bounty Hunter, if you find someone at like 3/4 HP, Zeus
Dire
ults,
team pick.
he hits him a couple times and he's dead. So that's pretty much what you're looking at. Void was just, I don't know what you were thinking about the Void ban. There wasn't any real need
10
for it, even though
seconds
they have
remaining.
a Witch Doctor Tidehunter.
5 seconds remaining.
It's too much, if that makes any
Reserve
sense.
time.
They're so reliant and you can just exploit it. For example, banning the Sansa wasn't the best idea.
Radiant
And
team
if they
pick.
picked a Void, you could just pick a
Dire
Sansa.
team
It's like,
pick.
hey, what are you going to do? Try do your combo wombo now. Axe that you picked. Sorry, it's a bit late at night here. You picked an Phantom Lancer into an axe, which just it was. Look, I don't want to say that's dumb, but it's dumb. You don't want to be picking an axe into a Phantom Lancer in an axe, because if that axe gets blink, you're lost. Like if that axe gets a really quick blink, if I drafted that, I never would, but if I drafted that, I would literally tell the player that's playing the axe to farm up a blink and then just hunt the PL. Like every chance he sees him in lane, just go find him and hunt him, because he's just so squishy before he gets like 3 core items. Axe can easily kill him, and the more illusions he spawns, the more times he spins, and the more times he spins, the quicker you die. Especially if he's maxed call. If he's maxed call, that is a dead Phantom Lancer. In saying that, again, the guys you versed were not exactly the brightest. So you did have an easier time of it than would have been expected. I can't remember what the other one. I think he picked up a Weaver.
Remaining.
Pretty sure he picked up.
Reserve time.
I think he picked up a Weaver. Their bans there again are counter initiation. For example, Lich is one of the best counter initiators in the game because you get initiated upon, you just throw Chain Frost and it forces them all to back away. Especially with 2 core melee as they've got right now, you're pretty much looking
10
at
seconds remaining.
I don't know what.
Radiant team pick.
I remember this now.
Weaver.
So they banned the Lich, which I can understand when they're picking Meepo. But this just means, like, in my head, this means Axe is the jungler. So you've got 1 support and Meepo. So if I was you, I would have run that Slardar as, I don't know, probably a position 4. Dazzle, Slardar, Phantom Lancer, aggressive tri-lane, or Weaver, aggressive tri-lane, or something. And just run it like that. Because when they have when they have a jungler and they have only 1 support,
10 seconds remaining.
you can go aggressive tri-lane and just shut them down completely and get easy kills. Especially with Weaver, Dazzle, Slardar, or something like that. But you didn't. You've gone something completely different. You've gone dual lanes, I think, which is weird as all hell. Look, they've picked 4 core, which is incredibly greedy. Well, that's what it looks like. Turns out the Tidehunter was a support. I've just no words for that. At this moment, you've got Dazzle, Slardar, Phantom Lancer, and Weaver. I like the Slardar and the Weaver together, especially the Dazzle, the Slardar, and the Weaver. That's really, really nice. I would have picked up a Vengeful Spirit here, just because if you're going negative armor, you might as well go negative armor. It also synergizes well with the Phantom Lancer in the fact that the illusions are going to start doing a little bit extra damage since they are physical and you are taking a lot of their
team pick.
physical damage away. Physical resistance away. Now the Necrophos could have lost you this game because it's not a support. I keep telling people this. I keep telling people, everybody. You listen to the pros, they tell people this. Like, when was the last time you saw a support Necrophos in a pro game? Never? Yeah, me either. He's a core hero. He is a core hero. He should be giving position 1 or position 2 farm. So, putting him as a support is incredibly... Like, think about it this way. Necrophos has an incredibly big timing window. Because once he gets, like, Ags or any kind of sustain item or any kind of tank item, he can literally insta-kill someone in a fight. Like, Slardar jumps in, Weaver does a couple of hits, that's an insta-kill on, say, Witch Doctor, right? If he's max sadist, which he should have, 4-1-4-1, which he should have by 10, he's literally got 100-something health regen a second. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You can't kill him if he's killed someone. You just can't. There's no way you can do it. Especially if he gets Refresher. He's basically more unkillable than the Alchemist. He has higher health regen and mana regen than Alchemist does with his ult up when he gets a kill or double kill. So that tool set, that skill set does not lead itself to support. So by picking that, you could have lost this game for you because he's incredibly slow. He doesn't have any passive magic resistance that can help. The only thing he's really good at is zoning out the Viper. Now, if you put the Necrophos mid, the Weaver solo safe lane, and you ran the Slardar as a position 4 support with the Phantom Lancer at the head of an aggressive tri-lane, I can see that working, okay? But you didn't, you went weird dual lanes and you threw everything out, and it's not a cohesive draft in the least. but it worked. I have no idea how, mostly due to the fact that the Meepo was incredibly bad. You made it work, and you had a lot of fails in the gameplay, but nonetheless, see, the draft itself that you drafted was good. Like, it was a strong draft, but you just laned it and put positions in all the wrong places. Like, you put Weaver bottom with, I think it was Necrophos or Dazzle, and Phantom Lance was mid. Why? I have no idea. I'm pretty sure he's mid. Let me just check. Yeah, he was mid. That's right. You went aggressive trying. Oh, thank God. Oh, I completely forgot this game. Yes, you went aggressive trying. Oh, that is amazing. Very weird aggressive trying though. I get the sustain side of it, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
you die pretty quickly here. Actually, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you died pretty quickly there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, I'm actually. It's actually really good that you did run. I completely forgot you did that, so I apologize for everything I've said. Dazzle, Slardar, and Necrophos in an aggressive tri lane. It's not there. You know, you've run a Necrophos support. Like, yeah, look, I don't like how you ran things. It worked to a degree because it was able to shut down the Meepo quite effectively. But if you're up against, say, no offense, but if you're up against a decent team, you'd have lost this game quite quickly. Overall in all, just looking plainly at the draft, if this was the draft and no one had told me where you were laning things or anything like that, I would say you would win. Just based off your draft, because you have a lot of nice synchronization between your peaks and troughs. For example, like Slardar peaks before Weaver, and then Weaver peaks when Slardar troughs, and then Weaver troughs, Phantom Lancer peaks. So, like, it all kind of fits in nicely through that. So, but the laning was weird. Nonetheless, this is hopefully going to make it to the upload. I'll get onto the gameplay as soon as I can. I did do a couple of gameplay videos, but I felt they were a bit rough and weren't very informative. So I had to redo them a couple of times. But nonetheless, I hope this helps some of your drafting. And Smuggler signing off.